dating a makeup artist right now. And we don't fight a lot, which is great, but the makeup sex is ridiculous. Like, she loves to give me blue balls. Like, literally, like, paint them blue. It's like Smurf thing, I don't know. But she also has her esthetician's license, which is really cool, because I don't mind giving chicks facials. My dating life for me has just been really hard in general. I mean, my mother wants me to date Jewish women, but I like oral sex. You know it's true. And my father's made this thing really difficult. He's remarried to a 17-year, his younger black Catholic lady. Okay, if I'm going to beat him, she's like 14 right now. So I found the best time to pick up chicks, fellas, recess. They weigh like 50 pounds. Sometimes you get away with, all right, I'll stop. They said not to talk about child abuse. Things they I'm very gentle. I'm very, very gentle. So, speaking of kids, fairy tales. Has anyone seen Alice in Wonderland? Not really that good. Not really that good. I was very disappointed. But anyway, it made me think of these different fairy tales, because I always envisioned myself having a fairy tale ending to my love life. I'd love to be a knight in shining armor for someone's damsel in distress. Have you seen some of these fairy tales and what they're really trying to tell you what to do? Alright, Sleeping Beauty and Snow White's happy ending only occurs because some dude, our prince, is willing to take advantage of a chick in a drug-induced coma. We're not talking fun drugs like ketamine or ecstasy. We're talking poison apples. I don't even know what that does to you from a witch. Okay, Beauty and the Beast happy ending only happens because Belle, our heroine, internally accepts the fact that she's going through a bestiality. We're not talking like a little vibrating, rubbing chihuahua that maybe you put on your little thing to get off. We're talking a 10-foot tall, 500-pound man beast. Now, I don't have to paint the picture for you, but that ain't gonna tickle in the morning, ladies.